Hi my loves, so welcome back to my channel. Today is a very different type of video for me, and it is my bullet journal setup for March. I'm extremely new to bullet journaling. This is the second month I've done it, so I'm still learning. There are amazing people on YouTube who can explain and show you amazing designs, which I'll link them down below, and I find Pinterest is amazing as well for help and inspiration. This month I went for a feathered theme. This is not my original idea. I will leave a link to the girl who actually came up with it down below. Her idea really inspired me and I loved the feathers and the color scheme, and that's just why I went for it. And I will go through all the pages, what exactly I do in my bullet journal. Bullet journal I use is the Nutriton 1917 and I got it off Amazon. Get started. I will leave down all the products that I use or all the stationery that I use in the description bar below, but it's basically all these items you see in front of me, as well as a cellophane pocket so that I can use my brush pens, because you need a bit of water to mix with them. So I'm just outlining the moon with the purple brush pen, and like I said, I will leave a link to these brush pens down below. I got like a pack of, I think something like 20 of them for like €15 again on Amazon. So I'm just outlining everything, and obviously my brush pen is wet, so it's going to give more of a pastel kind of, I don't know, watermark kind of effect. Oh god guys, I'm just not used to this. Obviously we'll get there. If you do like this video, I will do more. So I'm taking my Crayola fine tip super marker pens again. Oh my god, this isn't makeup, we don't know what we're at. So I'm basically just tracing over all the little dots that kind of look like beads, and I'm just using the fine tip of the super liner markers from Crayola, and I'm just going around the circumference of them, filling in the feathers. You can kind of see what I'm doing here before going in with this black pen. You have to be really careful with the bullet journals because the pages can seep colour, so do test out the products that you use in it, markers, stationery, etc., just to make sure that they don't seep through the pages. That's why I let you know what stationery I use, because I find that it works really well. So I'm just outlining the feathers and stand out a little bit better with black pen and just kind of filling everything in. And I just really like this design. I think the original designer came up with a gorgeous design. It's like a dream catcher almost with the moon. I adore it, and I just think it is a really nice simple design, really effective and just very pretty. So that is our March cover page. And obviously I'm just like rubbing out all the pencil marks, because I draw everything out in pencil first, then I go in with my brush pen because there's water in it obviously, and then go in with all the other pens so that they don't leak. So again, I have my little spread here. This is just my calendar. I find that this is really effective because I obviously need to go back to my calendar, see what day I'm on, what appointments I have, and I'll fill them in as I need to. And I always have like a this month spread as well. You can just see it on the outer corner. It's just to make sure that if there's anything important coming up this month, that I make sure to kind of like jot down important things. They don't necessarily have a specific date in mind, but they just have to kind of be done in that month. So again, going in with my Crayola super tip markers, and I'm just drawing all these little beads around the page and just kind of like filling them in, just to make it look like it's all like beads hanging from the top. I just really like this display, and I just think it's a really nice spread for this month. You don't have to obviously do the calendar like I'm doing it. You can do it whatever way that's effective to you. The little boxes is great because I can just see exactly what I have to do on any one day, and I just like that I can always refer back to that and then like obviously reference it later on in the month. So just to make all those boxes stand out, I went around with the black pen, and I just like to roughly draw around it because I don't like some of these boxes to be too rigid. I like them to kind of have like rounded edges and just to be all different, and that's just the way that I did this month's spread. And obviously filling in all the dates so that we can see what we have to do on a particular date in the month, and that will just help me throughout the rest of the month. And I obviously have a key that I refer back to just for like events. So I have Michelle's Hen coming up, then Mother's Day is on. I have a couple of other appointments throughout the month that I will fill up, and I usually put them all in as I need to. This is my habit tracker. Now this is really effective for me because it just helps me to kind of keep up to date with, not keep up to date, but like keep my habits in check basically. I only have 6 habits that I really want to take control of every month. So again, for this page, we're keeping with the purple theme, using the Crayola fine tips and the brush pens just to kind of keep everything uniformed. And I just really like the different touches of purple. I just feel like this purple's kind of like tranquil as well, and I just really like the shade purple, obviously. YouTube is my first tracker that I obviously need to track. Then meditation, I really like to meditate, and walking as well is great, you know, to get out of the house. I take vitamins every day, and then I do yoga, and then drinking 2 liters of water. They're obviously really important to me, so I'm just outlining all this with a purple Stabilo pen, and then I'm just going to fill in all the dates, and I will highlight all the dates as I complete the task or my habit on that particular day. On the right hand side, I have an expenses tracker, and this is really important for me just to keep an eye on like what's going in and out of my account. I actually have an abundance journal as well, where I track all the things that come to me, you know, people buy me coffee, etc. But I could touch upon journaling in another video, but I just like to see what's going in and out of my account every month. And it also helps when I bring my accounts to my accountant at the end of the year that I've kind of already tracked them throughout the month. So the first one there is just a Feel Unique makeup order, and I spent €30 on that. So I just kind of write down the amount and the date, and again, this really helps with my accountant at the end of the year to kind of keep an eye on what I'm spending, and for me just to kind of know, hang on Aisling, you're spending too much on silly things. So that is my habit tracker and my expenses. The next page is my 31 days of gratitude. I didn't do this last month, and I thought that it was really good. On the other side, I have my goals, my to-dos, and then I have reminders for it throughout the month that are kind of consistent with March. So my 31 days of gratitude are basically things that I say I'm thankful for every day in March. They're small things like the fact that my family love me, the fact that YouTube's doing amazingly well, and the fact that my mental health is definitely on the up, and I'm feeling much more positive every single day. So I really like the 31 days of gratitude. Just reminds me to be grateful for the smallest things in life, and that not everything needs to be massive for you to be grateful for it. Just to be grateful for a roof over your head, fresh water, you know, just the ability to even be able to walk and get up in the morning, and my mental health obviously being one of the most positive things that's happened to me lately, that I'm feeling much better in myself. Now this next spread is my YouTube spread. So this is really important for me because YouTube's obviously my job, and it gets a bit overwhelming from time to time, especially with sponsorships, videos I need to do. So I keep an eye on this every single day, maybe multiple times a day, just to make sure that there's videos that, you know, I have all the products for the videos, or, you know, videos that you guys recommend for me to do or that you would like to see on my channel, videos that I come up with myself, products I need to, like I said, buy for videos. Everything goes onto this spread. Now I have a separate YouTube journal, which again, if you want me to do a separate journal video, I can, but this is such an important spread for me. It just keeps an eye on everything YouTube wise. And I did this little moon in the corner. Again, this is like a dream catcher with little, obviously, feathers coming out of it, sticking with the purple theme, and I just really liked this. And then in the bottom left corner of the first page, I have my March favorites. So as I'm using products and I really like them, just to remind myself to, you know, touch upon them at the end of the month. Some of the products actually I change my mind on throughout the month, but I just kind of like write down everything that I'm using consistently, and then at the end of the month I make up my mind on whether it's to be featured in a favorites, because obviously I do that every single month. Last month I made this little box like my YouTube video ideas instead of my March beauty favourites or my February beauty favourites. Realised that I needed a lot more space for video ideas, so that's why we have all this space underneath. And then the right side is just going to be any more ideas throughout YouTube, anything that I feel is necessary to kind of jot down. So now we're on to kind of the main part of my bullet journal for March, which is my day-to-day kind of tracking. And again, I just went with the feathers and just kind of did the little beaded banner. Again, this is not my original idea, but I just really like it and think it's really pretty, and used the same two products, the Crayola super tips and the brush pen from Amazon, and then my black felt pen as well, just to kind of outline everything. So again, I told you I started this on a Monday. I always start every week from a Monday and going through to Sunday, because my week obviously starts on Monday with like YouTube and whatever, not Sunday, which is really weird that I'm uploading this on a Sunday, but you know, there we go. Anyway, so I always put like a little week in the corner just to say what week we're on. So we're obviously on week 10, and then I just have like a little mini calendar again just to remind me like what day we're on, and you know, what things are coming up again ahead of time, and it just really helps me. I'm just drawing all that in with a little purple pen and the Stabilo pens. So I'm going from March Monday the 5th to March Sunday the 11th. I'm just writing out everything that I need to do on those days. Saturday and Sunday get smaller columns because I don't usually have that much going on. I don't work on those days. I usually do other things on those days. So I'm just kind of highlighting the actual days of the week that we're on, drawing everything out in black pen just to kind of make it stand out a little bit better. I have a YouTube column this week, some goals that I want to do, important things, and then I also have notes as well, just on the bottom right corner of the right page, and just kind of will jot things down as I need to. The notes is kind of more like a brain dump for me. So that is basically everything to the end of the 11th of the month, and I'm going to do the same layout for the rest of the month, so you don't really need to see that. And yeah, that's basically my bullet journal from March, guys, my little setup. I hope you liked this video. Like I said, very different from me. If you did enjoy it, please give it a thumbs up and let me know if you would like me to do these monthly, because I can. If not, then we'll just leave it at this. Thank you so much for watching today, guys, and I will talk to you in my next video. Bye!